sometimes when you have these tough situations, you don't have really a choice but to be grateful for what you already have. I never thought, like, you hear it all the time, like, oh, that person has cancer, that person has a tumor. You never think it's gonna be you. Like, you just never think, you know? Prove to me that your thoughts, no matter if it's negative or bad, they're gonna manifest. Like, it's never in my life would I think I'd be sitting here.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Salut à tous et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Today I have the beautiful...
Hey guys, I'm Caroline.
Do you want to say something to your Portuguese?
Yes. Oi, gente, meu nome é Carol.
Look at the camera.
Oh my God. Again! I'm telling you, this is gonna be hard. Tell me with me.
No, it's okay.
Again.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Salut à tous et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. So in today's video, I have a special guest.
Hey guys, my name is Caroline. Oi, gente. Eu sou do Brasil.
And she also speaks German. So you want to say hi to a few German people?
Hallo Leute, also ich kann auch Deutsch.
Okay, so in today's video, I just thought I'd bring somebody special into one of my videos talking about positivity and the law of attraction, staying strong through certain circumstances, and just sharing a little bit about her life path because I think she's super dope. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the video.
It was like, it happened in one day. Like, it wasn't like this gradual thing that I felt pain and then it was a tumor. It was one day, it changed my whole life. I had this chest pain and it got so bad that I had to call the ambulance, and we went there after 16 hours of them doing x-rays and examinations. They just tell me like, oh, you have a tumor, and they said it was in my lung, but it wasn't in my lung. It took 2 weeks for them to confirm it was in between my lungs. And the pain came from, it was getting too big to the point it was pushing my lung away. So it was like kind of pressing against my lung, and that's where I felt the pain. So the tumor wasn't cancerous, it was benign, so it didn't spread through my body. But the issue was they didn't know whether they could remove it because of the size and the location, because it was very close to my heart as well, so they didn't know how it would be.
How old were you when this happened?
This happened in 2016, so I'm 20 now.
You're 20?
Yes.
You're a baby.
I know, really.
Oh my God. So you were 18 when this happened?
Yes, I was 18.
When that moment happened to you, when you found out that this was something that was going to be a part of your life for this period, or something that could be life-threatening, the moment in the video when I watched your video, when you were like, okay, I knew that no matter what was happening, I was going to be okay.
Yes, I really believe that you just know. It's like this intuition that you just know that you are going to be fine. Like, it was just, I don't know, I felt, because I remember I was in the room and the woman came to me and then she was like, first she said, we believe you have a tumor. And she was super casual about it as if it was like nothing. And I remember my heart dropped, and the first thing I think it's like cancer, I'm going to die. Like, because I was healthy my whole life. Like, I didn't have anything. And I almost fainted. I swear, I almost fainted because I was
So you did have a fear. It wasn't like you were just like positive the whole time.
No, it's like when they first, because obviously when someone first tells you, oh, you have a tumor, I never thought, like, you hear it all the time, like, oh, that person has cancer, that person has a tumor. You never think it's going to be you. Like, you just never think, you know? Sometimes when you have these tough situations, you don't have really a choice but to be grateful for what you already have. So, because my outlook in things is that 90% of my life, or life in general, is really good. And then there's a 10% that's wrong, and we just like focus so much on it. And even though I did have a tumor, which was the bad part, the 10%, the 90% is that I had good health care. I had a family that could help me through this process. I had food, I had a roof on the table, I lived in a safe country. I had so many things to be grateful for, so I just tried to focus on that. And I guess that's what made me so positive, because I was just focusing on the good stuff rather than the bad stuff. And I swear, in that moment, I almost fainted, but I went to the bathroom and I just like looked at myself. It was such a like spiritual moment for me.
So beautiful, yeah.
When
I was watching it, I was like,
it was really like,
no, it's not funny, but I was just like, yo, she's so strong. And for you to be so young, because like my whole thing is like, when I met you, you were just such a happy person. And then seeing you go through something like that, and then also other stuff we're going to talk about is like the way you like to really empower and uplift women. Is just like going through something like that at such a young age. Do you feel like that made you who you are today?
Yes, for sure. Like, honestly, I always say this. I'm so happy that happened to me. Like, so happy. I feel like if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't feel the sense of purpose I feel right now. I just wouldn't feel me. Like, when I look at photos, even without the scar, it doesn't even feel like me. It's like, it really, I feel like that, me going through that is like, I was meant to go through that. You know, it's like the best, people always like look at me like, what? But it's the best thing that ever has happened to me.
So what in your life changed after? Did you feel like you were more fearless? Do you feel like you were more happy? Like, going through something like that, what changed for you rather than just mentally after everything happened?
Yeah, it was like, obviously, like, everybody's always a work in progress. Like, there's so many things about me that I'm like, oh, I need to change that in the way I think about things. But it really taught me to be grateful and to never take things for granted. And I still do, but like, it's like, I still
You're
have...
more cautious of it.
Yes, like, very, because it's so crazy to me. As I said, it was one day that all of this happened. Like, the day before, I was fine. Like, I didn't have no pain. I was totally fine. Okay, so basically, do you know the IB?
Basically.
Okay. No, because for me, it's such a crazy story. Like, I can see the connection, and that was the proof to me that your thoughts, no matter if it's negative or bad, they're gonna manifest. Like, you're literally like talking to the universe, and it's gonna give back to you whatever you put out there.
So you attracted that?
Yes,
okay.
I 100% believe that, and I tell that all my friends. So, do you know the IB program? The IB program is basically, I know most, I think your followers from Europe may know this. IB program is like a international high school diploma thing, and it's harder than normal high school. So I went in that one, and there was a lot of pressure for my exams. And I had friends who was taking half of the exams next year because they had like letter from the doctor saying that they can't take the exams, blah blah blah. And I was under so much stress for the exam, and I didn't think I was gonna pass. So I was talking to my principal like, hey, please, like, can I do half of the exams next year? I was super like scared of it, taking them, and then he's like, sorry, like, you don't have a real like valid reason for it, you need to take the exam. And I just wanted a reason. Like, I remember me being like, what, like, this sounds really bad, but like, in that moment I was so desperate. I was like, shall I go to the doctor and say that I'm depressed so that they could give me a letter to like not take the exams? Like, I just wanted to take half of my exams. And 3 weeks later, this happened. It was literally 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
And it gives me goosebumps because I remember me complaining how I don't have an excuse from the doctor. And then when that happened, and then the woman told me I had a tumor, I wanted to take the exams because I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to take the exams. And then the woman's like, sorry, you can't take the exams. It was so...
That's crazy. Like, full circle.
It literally was, yeah. And then I was like, holy shit, like...
So do you feel like that was the universe, God, whatever you believe in, or his way of saying to appreciate what you have?
Yes.
And not wish health, like bad health on yourself?
Yes, and especially because the reason why I also believe it's so connected to the law of attraction is because the doctors, when they saw my case, they were really confused, and they told me that I had this tumor since I was in my mom's fetus. So it grew with me. It was teratoma, so it's like a germ cell tumor that just...
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I had it since a little baby because it was so big to the point that at my age, it was almost impossible for it to just grow. Like, it had to grow with me.
So how big was it?
It was 10 to 15 centimeters.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned that your purpose changed. Do you know what your purpose is, or do you feel like you're working towards your purpose in certain ways?
I'm still trying to figure out my purpose, you know? But I feel like my purpose right now is to make other people feel grateful and bring that energy out in them. Because being grateful and being positive and, you know, being like fearless and trying to do something out of your life, like actually going for your dreams, it takes a lot of energy. Like, it's a different kind of energy. It's like you need to have this like almost like feeling in your stomach, you know, that like excitement.
Yeah, it's like you can't fake it.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to tell somebody who's not positive to be positive because it has to come literally within you.
Yes, and my sister, because my sister, I remember once she was going through something and I was like, be positive, be positive. She's like, you can't just be positive, you can't. And I'm like, Lillian, like I went through so much, and this was like when I was going through the tumor, I was like, I was able to look at these things. Like, yes, I was so scared. Like, I'm telling you, like that month, I was so scared. And there was times I was crying, but I was so terrified. But being positive is honestly just being grateful. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's how I see it. So when someone is not being positive, in my eyes, I think they're being ungrateful. And that's like, I know sometimes it's like kind of bold just being like, oh,
no, but it's, it's kind of, if you correlate both of them on what actually being positive is and what being grateful is, it's the same thing. Gratefulness, happiness, energy, great energy from within is important.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you feel like there's anything else you want to say? Are you planning to? Because I'm not gonna. She didn't tell you her purpose, but I'm gonna tell you her purpose. From the outside looking in, I honestly feel like her purpose is to connect and empower women. Because when I met her, that literally is what I felt. Because she was just she's very nice. Like, this isn't an act. She's like, like, that's really how she was when I met her. Which is it's not uncommon because I feel like I'm around pretty positive, happy people. But I don't know. I don't think, maybe it's just because what she's gone through and her not even being from here, being out of her environment, away from anybody who can really help her, anybody who knows her personally. When I met her amongst other women, she was just, you were
look at you smile. I'm like, what's wrong?
Look at Bijou. You're like, I know. No, so I would honestly say, from the outside looking in, I feel like you were gifted with the power to connect women all around the world with all of your languages and all the places you've lived. And honestly, your story is something that made me reflect on my life and what I'm grateful for, and I feel like you have the power to do that to other people.
Thanks, girl. Thanks.
So,
honestly, like, this means a lot to me.
Really?
It does.
Aww.
It does.
I really wasn't thinking anything of it. I was just like, she's so dope. I need to have other people who don't already know her, like, get to know this side of her. So
thanks. I'm so grateful to even be in this video. Like, I'm so grateful. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's so crazy. I watched this girl, like, I'm telling you, when I used to live in Sweden, like, I was, like, watching her videos. Never in my life would I think I'd be sitting here. Like, honestly,
really?
I'm not
I didn't know
kidding.
you watched my videos.
I did. Yeah, this was,
so
like, back before, I don't know if I was in Canada or Sweden, but before I moved to LA.
That's so great. I didn't know that until, like, right now.
You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
You?
No, I knew when we were in the car and we were like on the way. You were like, oh, I saw your video, but everyone saw that video because I was just like, oh, she saw my video. I didn't know you like.
Yeah, it was like of you like dyeing your hair, and then I kept seeing it on Instagram. Like, you were this girl that was always on like my feed and stuff, but I never like thought I would be sitting here and doing a video with you. Like, I never thought, you know. That's so funny. I'm so grateful. Honestly, I'm so happy.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you. Yeah, hopefully she uploads content on her YouTube channel, but she is very active on Instagram, and I will go ahead and put all of her Instagram information in this video. I hope that you find it within yourself to have the strength that she's had. Sorry, if she's laughing, she's only laughing because I recorded that part like 5 times, so I'll probably chop it up. But yeah, I hope this inspired you guys. I'm going to be having some more special guests on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload. Bye! Bisous. You have to say bisous.
Bisous!
How do you say bye in Portuguese?
Ciao. Or
that's it?
Yeah, ciao. Ciao.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, ciao.
Teach me something in Portuguese.
What are you gonna learn? What do you
something nice, like something that you would say nice to like girls, or like.
Você é tão linda. Like,
oh.
Você é tão linda.
Linda.
It's like, you're very beautiful.
Say that fast.
Você é tão linda.
Você é tão linda. Você é tão linda.
Yeah, você é tão linda.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao. That's Italian.
Yeah. United Nations in this video. Bye.